So for coordinate graphing on page 299, when two number lines cross each other, you get a grid. And on a grid, you can plot what we call ordered pairs. So we have to have, when we have these two lines cross, we have a horizontal line and a vertical line. And then we can have an ordered pair that we can plot that point anywhere on our grid. When we read an ordered pair, it will always be two numbers, X and Y. So X, the first number, will go left to right or right to left on the number line. The second number will go up and down on the number line. And when we have our two number lines, our horizontal number line represents our y-axis. So y goes up and down. And our vertical number line represents our x-axis. The point where these two lines cross is called our origin. And what number is on our what number is the origin? 0. Every time. Okay? So when you write numbered pairs, you write them with x, comma, y. So which way you go? Right to left, and then which way you go? Up and down. When you plot the number, so when you put the point on the grid, you start at 0, go right to left, whichever way you're supposed to go, and then go up or down for the second number. And the spot where those two numbers meet on the grid is where you put your point. So, max, because you knew to begin with, positive numbers, what way do they run on the x-axis?
Right.
Okay. What way do they run on the y-axis?
Up.
Wonderful. Connie, negative numbers run what way on the y-axis? Down. And what way on the x-axis? Left. Okay? So you have to remember that if you're a positive number, you're either going right or up, depending on what order you're in. Or if you're a negative number, you're either going to go left or down. Okay, so if the first number of our set is negative, which way are we going? Right, left, up, or down? Kelsey. First number of our set is negative. Which way are we going? Okay, so what is the first number, an X or a Y?
The first number is
Right here, Kelsey, look up here. The first number either goes right or left. The second number either goes up or down. So if our first number is negative, which way do we go? Right or left? Left. If our second number is negative, Caitlin, what direction do we go? If our second number is negative, what direction do we go? Down. Okay? So here is that. Right and up are positive numbers. Left and down are negative numbers. And the reason I wrote it as right and up is because we would write it X and Y. Left and down, X and Y. So we always either go right or left first, and then we go up or down second. Is everyone good with those notes? Can I take them off?
no.
right. Remember, you don't need to write every word. Some of those words are extras. Is there anybody who has a question on any of those notes before we get into the activity? Everyone understands X, Y, right, left, up, down? All right. If you didn't get all these notes, they are on the website, so you can always go pull them up there. Okay? All right, so knowing how to graph, here is our graph. Here is our what line? X or Y? The one where my pencil's at. Is it X or Y, Kayla? This is the X. Evan, X or Y? Y. Okay, so Connie, on the board, go up to the board and show me where the -3, -2 point is. No. This is a point, remember? So you have to do the grid. The first number, we either go left or right. So where do we go? Left or right on the first number? Left. Okay, so go left. Now, the second number, we either go up or down. Okay? And then we draw them together, so they have to meet. So put your finger on the -3. Put your finger on the -2. Move them together, and there's our point. Does that make sense? So here's the -3. Here's the -2. When we draw them together, this is our point. And we're going to call this C for Connie. Max, can you show us where -2 and 2 is? Perfect. There's -2, there's 2, we draw them together, and we get M for Max. Kayla, 0 and 1. Is that correct, everyone? Who agrees? Perfect. Because we have 0 and we have 1. So if we draw them together, this is where they connect. K for Kayla. Ooh, Cameron. 3, 4. How many of you agree? If you agree with Cameron, show him where it's at. Put your finger up there. How many of you agree with Cameron? All right, Cameron, they're saying no. Evan, can you show us 3 and 4? Go try, Evan. You didn't agree with Cameron. So, Evan, where's the 3 at? Which way do we go first? Right or left? Isn't that a -3?
I told you I didn't know. Wait. I know what it is.
All right, Cameron. Okay. Connie. Watch, you two, so you know what you're doing. Connie's going to show you where the 3 is. No. Caitlin.
No. It goes up 3.
Over 3.
Over 3 and up 4.
Yes.
Right 3.
Okay, you go.
Up 4.
Sorry, 1, 2, 3. You go 1, 2, 4. It goes up there. It goes.
So here's 1, 2, 3. This is our first number, correct?
Right.
Our second number is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If we draw our lines together, should we not end it right there?
Right.
And I'm putting an M for Mrs. Miller. Does everyone understand that? Cameron and Evan, this number, if it's positive, it goes this direction on the number line. The second number was positive, so it went up the number line. This is the X, this is the Y. That's why I labeled them X and Y. Dustin, this one. Yep. Perfect. Over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1. And we get a D for Dustin.